Hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Stanley. Welcome to the studio. Holly Humberstone.
Hey.
Hi guys. Thank you for having me.
That's a good last name you got there.
Thanks. I don't know. I feel like the alliteration probably works in my favor, but yeah, you don't hear many other Humberstones. I don't really know anyone else apart from people in my family, so yeah, pretty cool.
That's real.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I haven't just made it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Just making sure. Some people do, you know.
I guess. Or some people use their middle names, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, the alliteration is working for me, I guess. But people never know whether to say Humberstone or Humberston. And I don't really know which one it is. I think I flick between the two.
Humberstone? Did I say it right?
Yeah. You're saying it perfectly. I think you can say it however you want. I don't mind.
People say that too, and they really do fucking mind.
Yeah, I guess. I don't mind. I genuinely don't mind. You can call me whatever.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah. I really don't care. I'm just happy to be here.
Amen.
Amen.
Which, by the way, like, you being here is, I don't know, this whole thing is really interesting because, I don't know, like, you released your first EP in 2020.
Yeah.
But since then, you've been releasing, you have 3 EPs in total.
Uh-huh.
You have a debut album that's coming.
So I've got 2 EPs in total. So yeah, I released one, I think it was in, early 2020.
Falling Asleep at the Wheel.
Exactly. You've done your homework. And then, I think I released another one in like maybe late 2021. Maybe?
Yeah.
And then
The Walls Are Way Too Thin.
Yeah, that's
which is
me.
So fascinating because you write this from the perspective of somebody else. Your best friend.
So I wrote a couple of the songs in that EP from the perspective of other people. Yeah, I don't know. I find that a lot of the time my life is not like, there's only so many times I can write about the same things, you know, like it's not that interesting all the time. So I feel like sometimes, yeah, if my friend was going through a breakup, my friend Scarlett, and just thought I'd capitalize on it.
I was gonna ask, who is Scarlett? Because that is a wonderful song.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's one of my best friends. Yeah, she was going through this breakup and just thought it would be a nice thing to write her a song, I guess, just so that she could see it all from my perspective, I guess. But yeah, she's a babe. I feel kind of bad for her because, yeah, as I said, I kind of like, I'm trying to capitalize off her like heartbreak. Yeah. So yeah, but I think she was cool with it. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that approval process like?
I don't know. I wrote it for her and then I sent it to her and she seemed to like really like it. And then I mean, like everyone starts planning stuff before I even have a chance to like ask if it's okay with her. But it's absolutely fine. Like I think she's really happy with it. But I did feel really bad for the guy who broke up with her because it kind of dragged him through the shit. And I think he was just sort of a normal guy who didn't really deserve to be like shout on. Do you know what I mean? But am I allowed to swear, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I did feel kind of bad for him after that because like I did so many interviews where I was just like, oh, he's a piece of shit, but he actually wasn't. Just poor guy. It was like some 18-year-old that was just trying to get through like.
What are the hardest parts of life?
Yeah, I know, and I'm just here to just make it a little bit harder. But yeah, he really wasn't that bad. But yeah, she's a queen.
Is the name of the EP attached to the fact that you're telling other people's stories, like this idea that you can hear what they're saying, or where does that come from?
No, so the name of the EP came from, yeah, I moved, so basically I grew up in like rural Lincolnshire in the UK. It's a bit like, there's nothing going on. It's just like sheep and stuff like that. And then I moved from there to London and I just wrote a whole EP at the time when I was sort of in between moving and I just got to London and was trying to figure stuff out. And yeah, I didn't have any friends or any money. So I lived in this flat with people that I'd met like on the internet through like a mutual friend because they were looking for somebody else to fill the room. And yeah, it was in this like really tiny flat and it was kind of like a cardboard flat, like the walls were literally paper thin, and I feel like it was just sort of about experiences that I'd sort of had in that flat and feeling like not quite comfortable and never quite settled, and yeah, just kind of writing about all of that, all the stuff they could hear sort of going on through the walls. But I wrote about other stuff, but it was all sort of during that sort of time period, and weirdly we are really good friends now, me and one of the housemates that that I lived with. But yeah, that's kind of what the second EP was about. Just kind of all of that sort of period of my life, just trying to figure shit out. Writing is my kind of escape and my way of making sense of kind of growing up and all of the confusing stuff that comes with it, I guess. So yeah.
What was it that was pushing you to leave home and go to London?
Just the fact that I was writing and I was starting to work and I guess just do music full time. So I'd left home and then I'd moved to Liverpool actually for a year because I went to uni in Liverpool. And like I just hated it because I don't know why. I think maybe it was something about living on my own. I just really sort of became quite just sort of isolated, and I didn't really want to socialise. I kind of forgot how to make friends because my friends had been my friends since like I was 4, and how do you even make friends as an adult? Like, I don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. And yeah, I just found that it just really wasn't for me, and again, I struggled to make friends, and I was in London a lot of the week anyway, writing and doing different sessions with different people, trying to sort of find my sound, I guess, and trying to figure out how I wanted to like present myself within my music. And then I moved from there into this flat in London a year later.
Did you get any understanding of what that sound could be from falling asleep at the wheel?
Definitely, yeah. It was really mad, actually. So I'd grown up just writing on the piano and just on my own. That's how I kind of started being interested in music. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I'd grown up doing that, and then all of a sudden you kind of get thrown into this like co-writing game. And it was really strange for me because I was like 17, like a 17-year-old girl suddenly in London doing all of these sessions with all these like middle-aged men. Nothing wrong with middle-aged men, but like I went to an all-girls school. I have 3 sisters. Like
she
the
looks
only
at Dan.
Yeah, I was going to say my middle-aged
no, not you. No,
you're direct eye
you're
contact.
a spring chicken. Sorry. No, that wasn't aimed at you.
First time she's chosen to look at you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was going to say, last time I hung out with someone from London, they also called me middle-aged, so.
Oh, you're absolutely not. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but...
How old do you think he is?
Not middle-aged. I don't know. I'd give you like early 30s, mid-30s.
Early 30s.
Yeah?
There we go.
There you go.
Perfect.
See? But yeah. So what was I even saying?
I don't know, something about middle-aged men.
Yeah. That's the only thing that was... Oh yeah, I was doing co-writing and stuff like that. And yeah, I struggled for like quite a long time to feel comfortable in these situations, writing, sharing my feelings with these people that they were all lovely, but like I had nothing really in common. Oh. And then, yeah, I met my producer that I still work with now called Rob, and we wrote Falling Asleep at the Wheel on like our first or second session. And I was like, shit, this is it. Like, I love this. I can be comfortable with this guy, and like, here we go. Like, let's just keep writing, and we still make everything together now.
Really?
Yeah, it was like really nice. I think it was just, I needed to find like a space where I just felt like I could just talk openly and not feel judged, not feel like I need to prove myself, you know? So yeah, it was really nice. It was really good.
So is he on every record?
Most of them, yeah. He produces most of the stuff. I mean, pretty much all of it, and then we write pretty much all of it together as well. I don't know. I feel like if you find your like your little family and it works, then why not just like rinse it if it's working? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. It's really great. Yeah, I love the guy. He's great. And what's weird actually is he was in a band. He was like the lead singer of this band called Dog Is Dead, that were really big in sort of the Nottingham, sort of Lincolnshire sort of area when I was growing up at school. And yeah, I used to like go to their shows and stuff like that, which is really mad. And then yeah, now we work together, which is pretty cool.
How would you describe the sound of the music you make?
Really difficult question. I feel like it changes all the time, but I would probably describe it as sort of intimate, oversharing pop music. I think especially with this album, it sounds kind of, to me, it sounds kind of all over the place. I don't go in with like an idea, any idea of how I kind of want things to sound. I kind of just go in and I have an idea of what I want to write about, and I just kind of let that dictate what it's going to sound like, if that makes any sense.
Have you been able to make friends, or is like songwriting your friend?
Songwriting's my friend, yeah. I mean, I've still got, I find it really hard. Like I've got 3 sisters, and like most of my friends that I have now, like I've got a really core group of people that I love. But yeah, most of my friends have been my friends for quite a long time. I don't know why. I don't think I'm a horrible person. I don't know why people don't seem to want to make friends with me.
It's okay.
Or maybe it's just that I'm really busy, and I think my friends are like my working friends. Like a lot of my like, yeah, really close friends are people that I tour with, because like I think I've been on tour for as long as I can remember, which is obviously so much fun and so great. But you kind of form like a really close family, a little unit. So yeah, I don't know.
The friend thing is kind of what you're talking about in Room Service, though, right?
Yeah, totally. So I think in this album that's coming out, I've written a lot about that, because I think because I was away so much, I kind of wanted to, I don't know, I think going into the studio whilst I was in some random place would just, and I'd write about stuff going on at home, and I feel like it was my only way of kind of connecting to my people back at home, you know, and feeling connected in that way. So yeah, Room Service was kind of, I think that I wrote that. I think that was one of the first ones that I wrote from the album. But I think that I wrote that, maybe it was during the pandemic or something like that, towards the end of the pandemic. And I just wanted to write like a love song for my friends that I missed. And I just wanted to, you know, like do stupid shit, like go on holiday and not leave the room and get room service and just fuck about. And you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So yeah. I just wanted to write a little love song for my friends, because I do love them.
How do you know a song like that is done?
Oh, I don't know. I think that it's done when the day is done, to be honest. Some songs take a few days to actually finish writing lyrics and stuff like that, but I know that some people will write songs and then make a demo, and then they'll go in and re-record the whole album as a whole. But I just don't, I hate it every time I try and redo a song. I feel like I'll go in and we'll write the song, and then we'll record it the same day, and we'll do most of the production, and then we'll leave it, and that will be the song that comes out. So Room Service was like the demo. They're all pretty much the demo versions. We've just added, like, we've just got it mastered, I guess. Usually that's just how it works, because I kind of get like obsessed with the original version, and then if I try and revocal it or something, it just is never as good, because often it's like when we write something, it's personal. I'm really going through it when we're writing it, and I feel like you can hear that in the vocal and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I hate trying to redo stuff. So most of it is how it was on the day.
How does that begin? Are you going into the studio with something to say? Are you listening to production and seeing where it takes you?
It's kind of different every time. I don't really have like a set method of how I go about trying to write a song. I think because I'm quite busy at the moment, so I usually just keep like a notes app open on my phone, and then when I do have a little bit of time, I'll just go into the studio, I'll open up my notes app, and I write down like little titles or like little bits of words or something weird, and then like words that I think sound nice together or something like that, and then we'll go into the studio and we'll kind of flesh it out and stuff like that. But I don't know, usually it's like if it comes easily, like if it happens, if it feels natural, then we'll keep rolling with it, and if it doesn't, then there's no point in forcing it. But yeah, I can't really force stuff.
What story are you telling with Paint My Bedroom Black?
Paint My Bedroom Black. Yeah, I feel like it just summed up a lot of the album for me. So yeah, it's gonna be like the opening track, and it's the title track for the album. And I wrote it, again, like a lot of the other tracks on the album, I wrote it throughout the course of last year, at some point last year, whilst I was on the road. And yeah, I was so busy. I was doing so much touring, and obviously I'm so grateful to be doing all of that stuff, because it's the best and I wouldn't change it, and it's what I've wanted to do for a long time. But obviously, like, it takes a bit of a toll on your mental health after a little while, and you have to kind of learn how to look after yourself a little more. And I felt like I'd have these really intense days, and I'd be like, just overly stimulated doing shows, or just in some crazy new place that I'd never been before. And then I'd get into my hotel, get into my hotel room, close the door, and then it would just be like silent, and I'd be like, oh fuck, I really miss my friends, I miss everything that's going on at home, I miss my family and stuff. Like I wouldn't even have time to call my mum, or if I did, like, we'd be on the wrong time zone. And then I'd go on my phone and like doom scroll for like an hour, and then just get really sad at all the stuff I was missing out on, even though I'm doing all this cool stuff. Like, this is sick that I even get to be here. But like, I don't know, I feel like I'm 23 and I want to be partying with my friends as well a little bit, you know. And so I feel like every little chance that I got to go into the studio, I would just kind of want to write about all of that stuff and all of those feelings. And I feel like quite a lot of the album kind of feels like me just kind of wanting to shut all of this stuff out and just be with myself and have like find like quiet moments, you know. And I don't know, I feel like to me the album feels like it's split into two. It feels like there's one, and I didn't really do this on purpose, it just like I can just kind of, it just happened that way, and I can hear it now. When I listen to it back, it feels like half of the songs are like me kind of being outward and like proclaiming my love and my extroverted self, you know, and then the other half is kind of the paint my bedroom black stuff and the room service stuff, where I kind of want to shut everything out. And just, I don't know, Paint My Bedroom Black was like, I think the best songs to me on the album are the ones that I can remember the days where we wrote them, and we had the best times writing them. And I don't know, it just kind of summed up the whole of the album for me, that song. And I think it was just my favourite, so I wanted it to come first, and I wanted it to be the title track. I feel like I've just completely chatted so much shit to you guys for like 20 minutes there.
That's literally why you're here, right?
Okay, good.
That's the reason. No, a record like that, and by the way, like, it is wild, right? Because on one side you have everything that you've probably ever dreamed of and wanted, but the flip side is like you're kind of doing it alone, or you're doing it with people that you appreciate and they're friends, but they're only friends because of where you're at and what you're doing. They're not, it's hard. You want to share it with people. Totally.
Especially I think as a solo artist as well, and a female, there's less sort of people around me that I can really connect with, and do you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like it kind of felt a bit, it was so sick, and I want to keep doing it forever, for as long as I can do it, because like the positives far weigh out the negatives, and if I can get albums and songs and inspirations from traveling, then I'll do it for as long as I can. But I don't know, I was kind of not used to it, because it was my first, I think I spent like 3 months out here in the States, and I hadn't really traveled much before, and hadn't really played too many shows, and it was just like loads of sort of firsts. It was a first for a lot of things, you know, and it kind of just felt like a bit of a weird fake existence that I was living. And there's this one line in one of the songs that I really like called Ghost Me, and it was kind of like, it says, the more I see, the less I know. This feels like the Truman Show. Everybody's up and left and I can barely catch my breath. And I don't know, for some reason, it just all kind of felt just like some weird reality that I was living in. It didn't feel like anything that I was used to at all, but also really fucking sick because I'm here. But there were a couple of like sketchy moments where I felt like I want my mom. Do you know what I mean? as we all probably feel like, you know, but
Does it feel any more like reality?
yeah, it totally does. I feel like the more that I do it, the more that I'm building like a family of people around me that I love and like I really trust, and the more I'm sort of learning how to, like, I don't know, maybe set boundaries so that I'm allowed a little more time with my friends, or a bit more time off that I can see them and speak to them, and a bit more time for myself, I guess. And so I'm learning how to do that, and I think I'm just learning how to just look after myself a little more. And yeah, I guess.
In Ghost Me, do you quote SpongeBob at the end?
Yeah, so that's my friend Lauren. I don't know why we added that. Like, every time I play it to people, I forget that I added that little like voice memo at the end of my friend Lauren. I don't know why. Loads of this album is based around my best friend Lauren. Like, there's a track called Lauren as well, and I think a lot of the songs that when I was writing them, I had her in my head, kind of thing. And yeah, I wanted to just share like this voice note that she had sent me at some point last year when we were far apart. And I just thought it was funny, so I just put it on the end. It's really weird. It's like, every day I wake up and I shatter my ankles, or something like that. But it's really good. Yeah, I like that bit.
Are you the Antichrist?
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like that sometimes. That song was about, I think it was about a breakup and just feeling like the worst person in the world because you're not able to give people kind of what they deserve. I feel like for a lot of the album, I feel like there's sort of quite heavy undertones of kind of guilt and feeling like I'm neglecting people back at home because I didn't have any spare mental energy for any of it. But yeah, I think that's kind of where it came from. It was about a relationship that I kind of really couldn't be there for somebody.
Do you hope these people see these songs as an explanation or context to where you were at?
Kind of. Yeah, I kind of do. I think it's kind of, I'm awkward with words as well, and I feel like being able to put it in a song seems less intense than having an actual conversation with somebody about how I feel. I don't really know why. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like being able to have control over how I say it, because I can think about the lyrics and take time to really say it how I want to say it, for some reason just feels, I mean, it's a bit scary, it's a bit intense and a bit exposing because I'm sharing so much of myself with people that I don't know, you know, but I think it's also kind of empowering too, you know. I'm not going through anything unique with these, you know, with what I'm writing about. It's just kind of my relationships and yeah, the way I feel about things. So yeah, I don't know if that answered the question really. What's
the connection between Flatlining and Antichrist?
So it is actually about the same situation. Again, yeah, it was about just feeling like you're letting people down. I think a lot of that kind of came with being away from home for quite a lot of the time. And there's a song called Lauren in there, as I said. I wrote about feeling like I was completely neglecting my friend because, as I said, I wouldn't have any time to like really call or like even check in or touch base with any of my friends for like weeks sometimes. But it really sounds like I'm complaining as well, which I'm not. I love that I get to do this and it's so much fun, but it kind of, yeah, comes with just, yeah, being away from home, I guess. But yeah, those were kind of written about the same situation and we kind of broken up, and then it's intense, but like this person that I was in a relationship with moved in with one of my best friends down the street from where I live. And yeah, I think it was kind of about us. Yeah, it was mad. So we'd broken up and then I hadn't seen this person for like quite a while. And then he moved in. So my best friend Scarlett, another one of my best friends, Scarlett, moved in down the street from my house. And then they moved in with Scarlett. And I had to kind of get used to sort of seeing them again and confronting all those feelings of guilt. And yeah, it kind of just brought them back into my life. They're not together, they're just really good friends. They were friends before I met the person. So that's how I met them. And yeah, I still love this person so much. I wrote Friendly Fire about them as well. And it was kind of my first experience of like having a proper relationship and feeling those sorts of things overkill as well for the first time. So it was a really positive experience, but that's why it kind of hurt even more to have to hurt somebody that I really did deeply care about. And
you broke up with him?
yeah, I did.
Why?
I just didn't feel like my heart was properly in it. And I felt like we were more sort of best friends than it was a romantic thing. I feel like it's a normal thing to happen. Like it's really common. It must happen to people all the time. But like, I just felt.
No idea.
Can you relate to that one there, Zach?
It's my entire existence.
Oh really? Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I just felt like a bitch basically for breaking up with this person that hadn't done anything wrong, and it was a really positive experience.
Yeah, but you still love him.
Yeah, I do. I still feel like it was a really like special time and a special thing. And then
Not for him, maybe for him, but still, to end in heartbreak is hard.
it was still special for me. Yeah, it was like my first proper sort of relationship, and like it was really special. Even though I wasn't sort of in love, it was still like I was in love because we were really great friends, you know, for a long time. So yeah, I guess it just sucks to hurt people that you care about, and that I kind of wanted to write about it because it was in my head. Oof. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a little bit more,
No,
but
we're sorry about that.
it's all right.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, guys. You didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know why I had to check with you on my feelings. I have like a unique place in my heart for people who, it's weird, like being on the other side of that consistently.
I feel like you don't really hear a lot of songs about it either. Do you know what I mean? About being on the like you hear a lot of songs about like being broken up with or being cheated on and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's not my fault I've never been broken up with or cheated on.
No, being told that like you care about this person but not like that, or you know, you form some sort of relationship with them.
Yeah.
But you don't like them at the end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Lizzie McAlpine has a song like that too, Reckless Driving.
Oh, okay. Just feeling like you're
Oh no, it's about her like
feeling like
having a relationship with this guy and then telling that guy that like she doesn't actually really like him.
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like that's more my vibe than being like heartbroken.
Yeah. Cool.
It's gonna hit me one day, and I'm gonna like be
like a fucking
horribly
ton of bricks.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so depressed. Exactly.
Yeah, the universe is gonna be laughing, and so will I.
Yeah. And I'll be crying. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you don't hear so many songs about it. You know, about having to hurt somebody else. Do you know what I mean? It's usually about being fucked over, but
it does give me new perspective on the person who hurts me all the time. So it's really interesting.
Which side are you on? Are you being?
Oh, I'm being fucking hurt. Yeah.
God,
I'm not
sorry.
hurting anybody.
No.
No, if anything, I'm hurt. Right, Carlos Camera?
Oh no.
Yeah, you can speak on it.
That's a whole nother. That's a story for another day, I guess.
Well, yeah, not now.
You can if you want.
No. It lives already too much on the internet.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they see it, so it gets uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm gonna be doing some research like when I leave here.
Oh yeah. Honestly, now that we're talking about it, the algorithm will probably give it to you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because some of it has, some of it pops, because it's so sad and fucked.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's probably really tragic or something like that, and I'm like laughing.
No, you should laugh because
Okay.
sometimes tragedy is funny.
He deserves.
If you
to be
don't
laughed
laugh,
at.
you'll cry, won't you? So that's what they say.
Thank you. It's true, and I don't deserve to be hurt. What?
Laughed at.
Oh, laughed
I didn't
at.
say
Yes.
hurt.
Oh, yeah, laughed. Yes.
Those are much different scenarios.
See, you have a swap shop at your show.
I do, yeah.
That's
so,
cool.
Yeah, so switching it up real fast.
So I come to you with my painter schmuck, and I trade you for something of yours
Exactly, or something that somebody's already swapped.
of equal or lesser value.
So this is the problem that we ran into, is that you can't really do much quality control. So, I mean, so basically I'll explain the concept to you. So I really care about like sustainable fashion and buying secondhand and upcycling and stuff like that because I do it with my sisters. We just share stuff, make stuff and that sort of thing. And I thought it would be like a really cool concept to bring it to my shows. And so we got like a bunch of my old clothes that I was still really loved, but I felt somebody could enjoy more because I'd worn it too many times or whatever. And I told people that were coming to the show to bring stuff to swap. So yeah, it worked really well for a period of time. But now I've just got like suitcases and suitcases just full of like random stuff. I don't know what to do with. But like most of it's really great, but there's the odd thing that's like, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with your like sweaty shoes? I don't know. Some like size like huge boys' shoes. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it seems to work really well. I feel like there's got to be a way to like quality control it a little more, because you know people could like take something really sick or give me something really sick and not be able to get such a great item back, and then you've been shortchanged.
I give you a
You've
watch.
been scammed by me.
Yeah. I give you a watch, you give me sweaty shoes.
Yeah, you give me a
Thanks,
Rolex
Holly.
and I give you like a dirty tissue or something that I've sneezed into. But yeah, so we've not really mastered that quite yet, but I really want to find a way to like, I don't know, maybe bring it into like my online, on something on my merch store or something like that. There must be a way of doing like maybe coupons or something, and everything's worth so many coupons or something like that. We've got to figure a way to like keep it going. But yeah, I called it my fifth sister swap shop because I'm one of 4, and then it's like you could be the fifth sister.
That's so cute. I like that.
I thought it was cute.
You have any brothers?
No brothers. It's just all girls.
Oh, how was that growing up?
Oh, it was so fun. We were like, it was just great. Yeah, never a dull moment. We're all really close in age as well.
And you went to an all-girls school.
Yeah, I did. So my dad had a fucking horrible time. He hates us. But yeah, no. Yeah, so I've just got so many amazing females in my life, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, my sisters are like my soulmates. We're all like the same person. We just like copy and paste. We look the same. All like the same. All like really short. Same height. Just we're like a pack. We come as a 4 for the price of 1.
Do they make music too?
They don't make music, but they make things. I don't know. We're all quite creative. My parents had like really intensely like academic jobs. They're
medics, right?
Yeah, they worked for the NHS. So they were like, well, they still do actually. They're still going.
NHS heroes.
I know.
Yes.
Queen and king. And yeah, thank you. They'll appreciate that. But yeah, so they'd come home and just complain like the whole time about their jobs.
Yeah, it's hard.
So we would just sit there like, we're not doing that. So yeah, they're creative as well. Like my sister Larry made this top. She just like whips stuff together, she just makes stuff. And then my little sister Lucy made my earrings. She makes jewelry. Sorry, it's caught in my hair. But yeah, they're all really talented. And my oldest sister Emma has moved to Japan because she's doing like a master's in Tokyo. So I get to see her because we're going to Japan in like a week from here. So I get to see her, and yeah, it's all great. But we're all kind of scattered at the moment, so that's a bit tricky. But I remember growing up was just fucking hilarious. It was just so fun. Like my parents were at work quite a lot of the time, and they'd hire like nannies to look after us, and they'd just fucking. It was like Nanny McPhee. Like I remember loads of them were just like, I can't control these children, and they'd just leave. And we'd just go through. We went through so many because we were little shits. But it was just so fun. Like we had the best time. Like we grew up in this old house with like it was in the countryside, and we just trashed the place, and like we had like space and stuff like that. So my parents didn't own the house or anything like that, but it was like just this old falling down house that just didn't get maintained like one time. So like the windows were literally like, you know, in old houses where the windows are like dripping. And there was like this basement that had like frogs in. We just it was like a kid's paradise. We just had so much fun. It was great.
All creatives.
Yeah, we kind of all just grew up really weird.
And you grew up in the same town as Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, I did. I don't shout about that too much. She was actually head girl at my school.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, people hate her.
Really?
Yeah, people do hate her. I try not to go on about it too much. There's this statue in that was put up in Grantham, which is where my school is, like, that was put up like a few years ago just to like commemorate her or some shit. And it was like so weird. Like Grantham's such a like dead end, just crap town. I think it was voted one of the crappiest towns in the UK one year. There's just nothing there. There's like this shop called B&M Bargains, and then it's just crap, just charity shops. It's just like there's nothing there. There's a Costa Coffee, and that's like it. That's like all the fun.
You have those everywhere, yeah.
Yeah. We love those. And yeah, someone put like this statue of Margaret Thatcher like outside the town hall, and like this just sums Grantham up perfectly. Like there was this guy who'd set up shop like next to the statue with like loads and loads of punnets of eggs, and he was selling them for like a tenner for a punnet of eggs, like 12, like for a dozen eggs.
To throw eggs at the statue.
A tenner, and there was a Morrison's across the road that you could get like them for £1 in. It's just so bizarre. Like, dude, that's a nice idea, but if I want to buy eggs to throw at the statue, I'll go to the supermarket and get them for £1. Why are you charging a tenner for them? But yeah, it's just weird. It's just funny, yeah. But also Isaac Newton came from Grantham, or near Grantham, so he went to like the equivalent boys' school.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Anyone else? Holly Humberstone.
No one else.
It was Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah,
You just say you just ask who is Margaret Thatcher?
Sure did.
She was
Scarlett,
Prime
do you know?
Minister.
Oh, you don't know
Yeah,
either?
she was the first female Prime Minister.
Iron Lady.
So yeah, some people like her because she was like a strong female girl, I guess, female like Prime Minister, but other people hated her because she kind of fucked the lower class of England quite hard.
You ever throw eggs?
Yeah, I would throw eggs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm on the egg throwing side.
Okay, cool.
Sorry to bring up Margaret Thatcher. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I never really know. We're not related or anything like that. I feel like you guys think people are all related in England.
No. Like, do you like how we were able to understand what you just said with your quids and your tenors? Like,
Oh
we,
yeah,
we
my
pick
quids
it
and my
up.
tenors. Yeah.
I understand.
You get me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. You've been to
Once.
the UK.
Yeah, once.
Yeah. What did you think about it? Did you
Fucking
like it?
amazing. I'm going to get a house there. I love it.
Really? In London?
It's my favorite city, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I want to move there. No, like, I
Really?
want to like spend partially a year there. Yeah, I love it.
You should. What area would you go?
I don't know yet.
You haven't really.
I want to be able to ride bike everywhere, though.
Yeah.
That's-
A little, we've got those Lime bikes now.
I fucking love it.
But people have abused them. People have abused the privilege.
Why?
Because I think there's something to do with like, you can put in like a fake code or something like that, or
Oh, really?
people just pick them up and then they're just all broken basically. It's all
Yeah.
fucked. People have no respect.
It was hard to find a good one.
Yeah. They're all broken.
Yeah.
Or people just like fucking things up, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It's like New York a little bit.
Yeah.
But
People just do it, just have anger, have rage.
They break shit just to break shit.
Yeah.
No, I love London. Damn.
Oh, good. I really like it. Yeah. I hated it when I first moved, but I love it now.
I get that, though.
Yeah. It was just a bit much.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, all of Holly's music is waiting for you on Amazon Music. There's a link in the description below, so click away. What are you thinking?
Hey, speaking of London, did you work with Matty Healy again, or was just that one song?
So I worked with him for like two songs, which was really cool.
What is that like?
Yeah, it was amazing. He's really cool. He's really, honestly, a musical genius. It was mad. But yeah, we wrote 2 songs together. We did a song. I think we did a song called "Please Don't Leave Just Yet" first, and then we did a song called "Sleep Tight."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, if you listen really carefully, you can hear him singing away. But yeah, we did them. It was a while ago now that we worked together. Maybe like over a year and a half ago now. It's quite a while.
Do you go in with a story to tell, or do you go in blank slate?
It's different, honestly, different every time. I guess it depends if I've got something interesting that I'm going through at the time. Yeah, I think at that time I had stuff to write about. Both of those times I was going through that kind of thing. But they were different. I think they were really about different stuff. I think Sleep Tight, I wrote about coming out of lockdown, not to talk about the fucking pandemic, but like I think that was one of my first sessions back, like actual sessions, not like Zoom sessions, because nothing good ever came out of them. And yeah, so we'd yeah, we just got into the studio and I was just so fucking excited to be back. And it was like summer. It was like really lovely summer in England. It was like so hot, which is so rare. And yeah, we just wrote about just having fun and being young and stuff like that. I feel like it's quite self-explanatory. But yeah, it was a really great experience. I feel like I learned a lot from him. He's such an amazing songwriter. And yeah, it was just fucking a sick experience. Hopefully we get to do more together. I know he's been on tour for like forever, but hopefully, yeah, we'll get to do some more stuff.
Are you going to write while you're on tour, or do you plan on just like setting time aside for tour and then setting time aside to create?
I really can't like multitask. I can't focus on two things at once. So I think if I'm on tour, I have to focus on doing shows, but at the same time, I feel really inspired when I'm on the road, and I feel like I have to make the most of that. So I never have energy to like actually properly write a full-on song, but like I will journal sometimes, and I will like take lots of notes on my phone just throughout the day. I'll just jot stuff down. I feel like that's how a lot of people do it, like just write a bunch of notes just throughout the day, and then yeah, when I have time, I will just go into the studio and just offload it all and just write about everything that I've wanted to write about, but I haven't quite had time. And I feel like that way it works because I'm focusing on one thing at one time. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can't really do one without the other. When I'm writing, I'm bored and I want to be touring. And when I'm touring, I'm so tired and I want to be in the studio. So every time, just doing small bits, I feel like I enjoy it the most. And I feel like that's where quite a lot of the album came from, was just getting little bits of time in between shows and yeah, touring, and just going in and I'd just like vomit out all these songs, and then I'd go back on tour, and then I'd be like, I'm literally dying to like get back into the studio, and then I'd go and I'd write all these songs and then go back. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of like works in tandem with each other, but yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. It kind of, yeah, it's a cycle, I guess, of being inspired and having to go out and collect more fuel.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Totally. You gotta live life to make art.
Exactly, yeah, I think so. And I feel like all the I have like the best times of my life when I'm on tour, and I have like the trickiest times of my life when I'm on tour. So I feel like it's really inspiring, and I never really, you can't really run out of stuff to write about when you're like going to all these new places and experiencing stuff, and then that also means that the time that I do get off, I get to go home and go to the pub and just catch up with my friends, or I get to like have a bit of a social life.
Live more life.
Then I fucking cherish it, and it's so sacred, and I'm making the most of it, you know?
Totally.
So yeah, it's all good for me. I'm loving it. I'm just happy to be here and to be doing all of this stuff. I'm so fucking lucky. Like, it's sick. I hope I get to do it for a lot longer.
Well, we thank you for being here. We ask you to come back.
Oh, I would love to come back, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, please have me back soon. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Appreciate you, and we're fans of your art, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for having me.
And Paint My Bedroom Black and all of Holly's music waiting for you on Amazon Music. There's a link in the description below. Also tour. We'll put a link there too, but I'm sure it's going to sell out or whatever.
Oh, well, who knows? I hope so, but...
Fingers and toes.
Yeah, fingers and toes and hair crossed. You know. Yeah, let's do it.
Really appreciate you. You good?
I appreciate you guys.
No, a couple quick questions. We'll just list
let's
them
do
off.
it.
Money on Me. Are you ever going to release that?
Oh, that was such a long one ago. I get really grossed out listening to like old songs that I wrote. That was such a long time ago, but I feel like for a minute it might have been on the album, but who knows? Maybe I will do it. Maybe I'll like rework it and put it on the second album.
You performed that, like when you went on tour with Lewis Capaldi, you had like one song out, right? And then you played
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Again, I'm cringing so hard just thinking back to that, because I remember those shows, and yeah, it was like my first, I don't even know how I like scored that gig. Like that was mad, because I'd released, I think I had one song come out during the tour. My first song, Deep End, yeah. And I I just didn't really know what I was doing. So it kind of made it good, I guess, because like I'd got this looper that I'd bought from somewhere online, and I didn't know how to use it. So I was like programming it all in. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. There was no click or anything. So I'd play a little bit of guitar, which wasn't even my first instrument. So I'm not great at guitar. Let's just put it that way. I can like do enough. Do you know what I mean? But back then, it was hit and miss. It was really shit actually. And I'd do a little bit of something, and then I'd go, and I stomp on the looper, and then like it would never be in time, and stuff would like. There was no click or anything. There was no like system in place to like click it back to being in time. It was just all over the shop, and I fucking played like quite big gigs, like doing that, and it must have been really hilarious to watch. You know, when you go and like, you know, like a kid's nativity play, I feel like it, and it's just funny because they're trying really hard and they're taking themselves really seriously.
That was you?
I feel like that was me, but it was only a few years ago.
In front of like crowds of like, I don't know, 5,000,
yeah,
10,000.
I fully played like Wembley. I played Wembley Arena with the looper and my shit like out of tune guitar. Yeah, fully. Well, I would hate to see footage from it.
I watched it this morning.
Oh, God.
Sounded great to me.
I'm sure.
I don't know what the hell I'm listening for. I was like, this is nice.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. But
you're welcome.
I don't even listen.
Was the Olivia Rodrigo tour a little better than the Lewis Capaldi tour?
Only like slightly. I don't think it was like only like one step better. Like system. Like somebody was helping me set up the system.
Yeah,
so like
that's progress.
It was progress, but I think it was probably still really like fucking uncomfortable to watch. But it was fun though. It was worth it. Like I loved that. I loved that tour.
Let me ask you a question. Have you played a good show yet?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. I've got more people with me now. I've got backup, so I'm not just on my own.
Just like tapping around up there.
Yeah, I'm not just sort of like pressing buttons and triggering things out of time.
Like my grandma figuring out a computer for the first time?
Literally. Like this. Is it on? Oh, I've done something now. Yeah, kind of like
just
that.
Picturing 20,000 people just watching you.
Just watching me struggle. What was the question? Those shows were really good though. I loved them. Yeah. I think after that I started playing OK shows.
Okay.
Like the summer after that, like this time last year. But I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows if they're still, if they're any good? Yeah.
If you've seen Holly live on tour, leave a comment and let us know.
Yeah, let us know if it was truly as shit as I'm thinking it. I don't think it's terrible. No, I've got like a new band now, and I love them, and like I feel like they've done such a great job, and they like bring the songs to life, because I also feel like a lot of the songs have quite a lot of production, quite a lot of stuff going on, and it just made it really awkward when it was just me up there. Like, where's all this sound coming from?
I think at Glastonbury, didn't you play with just you and a drummer?
Yeah, I did. That was fun. That was really good. That was one of my favorite shows ever. But yeah, I think they're good now. I've got a show at the Fonda this Friday.
I'm coming.
This Friday coming. I'm guessing by the time this goes out, it'll be way long ago.
How was your show at the Fonda? How'd that go? It's like in the future now.
It went really well, thank you. I hope. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll go well. Maybe next time, if we have a next time, I can tell you. But yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. You know, I think it's gonna be. It's looking up.
Yeah, I think you're doing all right
on the show side. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm just winging it, I guess. Aren't we all?
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, that's just life, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah, we're all just this crazy little thing called life.
Yeah. By the way, you both are Sagittarius.
Oh, when's your birthday?
December 12th.
Oh, nice.
When are you?
17th.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what being a Sagittarius means.
I don't. I think it would be really fun to get into it though.
You do?
Like I love meeting people who know loads of stuff about it.
What does that mean to be a Sagittarius? You know a little bit.
I mean, look in the mirror. You are the Sagittarius. You are it.
Yeah, but
is she it?
I mean, yeah, she is a Sagittarius. So what are your personality traits? If you were probably to go through the list, you'd probably find some crossover.
I probably would. I don't know. I feel like they all say adventurer, loves to travel. And everyone's like, that's me. Who doesn't? Do you know what I mean?
I do know we both say fuck a lot.
Wow. Yeah.
We have that in common. Must be a Sagittarius.
We're a fire sign, so apparently we're like fiery.
Oh, that is definitely true.
Yeah. But I feel like they all say like hopeless romantic, loves to travel.
Dan wishes he could travel.
I'm too
Yeah,
poor and I work too much.
Yeah, the old ball and chain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my
married to
fault.
the money, I guess.
Yeah,
married
that's
to the
it.
game.
I'm married to the game.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Can I ask one more question before we go?
Yeah,
I know I
please.
keep asking. You
Go for
said like a week or two ago that you were excited for people here kissing in swimming pools.
Yeah, I am.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like I've wrote about stuff that I really care about, and like, yeah, I don't know why. I feel like that song sounds quite different to a lot of the stuff that I've released.
A little slower.
Yeah, it's a little more kind of like rawer,
Yeah.
bit more raw, and just kind of a bit more bandy and a bit more rough around the edges. I feel like that's kind of also true for a few of the other songs on the album. Like I just wanted them to sound a bit less polished, and like just a bit more like we're playing it in a room, you know. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of written about sort of like a budding new relationship and the excitement. And again, it was something that I felt like during last year, like I really wanted it really badly, but I was so far away from home, and it was just really hard to hold something down, you know. And I felt like writing songs about it was my only way of kind of like having it properly. And yeah, that's kind of what that song was about. And I just really like how it sounds. Like we added some strings, and it's got like a lap steel on it, which sounds really bang. And yeah, I don't know, I really love it. I just feel like it sounds like prom night. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't go, but yes.
Yeah, I didn't even go either.
Must be a Sagittarius thing.
Yeah, it must be. But yeah, I like that one. I'm excited for people to hear that. I'm hoping to try and like release it before. I really want to make it like a single, but we haven't decided yet, but we'll see.
Okay.
By the way, all of Holly's music waiting for you on Amazon Music. There's a link in the description below. Final thought?
I've already asked too many extras.
You're done?
Yep.
Holly Humberstone, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. This was so fun.